Hi traders, welcome back to Billions Club. Welcome on a Sunday focus. As every single Sunday, we will be preparing for the next 5 days of trading. So I will show you some important levels, my plan, because that's the most important thing for every trader. You guys need to be prepared. You need to have a plan. That's what we do every single Sunday. I will show you the prediction that we made last Sunday focus that actually made us around, or made me around $9,000 this week. So we're gonna break it down. We can break down my funded account, and I will show you what's the plan for the upcoming 5 days. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I think everything should be running well. So let's start. As every Sunday focus, we will be covering 3 pairs: BTC USD, Euro USD, and gold. This week, basically the easiest plan and the pair that I'm the most interested in is gonna be gold. Hands down on gold, I made basically most amount of my profits this week, and I will try to follow the same path this week. So we're gonna start with Bitcoin, because we always start with the Bitcoin. So let's stick to what we always do. Daily chart, we don't have anything major, and BTC keeps going sideways for last let's say 3 weeks. Basically last 3 weeks, sideways movement, nothing really happening at all. We mitigated the supply level that we got on 4-hour time frame. If you don't see it on 4-hour, you can go down to like a 1-hour time frame. Here it's pretty well visible. We mitigated the level, we swept the liquidity above these highs, and we got a pretty decent move to the downside. Locally, we are interested in what's being formed down there, because that's going to be the important range on Bitcoin. That's going to be the important zone that we need to be aware of. The number one level that I'm paying attention to is going to be this 26,200 level. This was a really strong supply, and we got a really aggressive move to the downside. So first level right here, pretty important one. In terms of support, or in terms of demand, basically the level that we got below us, we don't have a lot of it on 4-hour time frame. So what I will do instead, we're going to keep the internal low here. We can keep the internal high that is still up here, and basically everything that is happening here in between is kind of just a noise on 4-hour chart. Going down to the 15-minute, that's a different story, and I think that we can find a pretty good level from this 15-minute demand that was created here. Honestly, I don't know if the level is mitigated or not. We're gonna check it together now, but it was partially mitigated already here. I want to go real in depth on this one. So going down to the 5-minute, this is the level that I'm interested in. This one right here. This specific candle from around here to here. $25,520, that's gonna be the important key zone for us on Bitcoin chart. So what I will do, we have the alert from basically Friday, I believe, or maybe Thursday even. This is gonna be BTC approaching long level. That's a level number one that we gotta be aware of. There's plenty of liquidity formed below. Unfortunately, we gotta move to the upside without price hitting the key level. So basically, this was on Thursday. We were expecting that BTC will come back to this zone, will take liquidity from these local lows, form trade value area, and then I was planning to get into long. Look what happened. We gotta move down to this local demand, we swept the liquidity from it, and we gotta move to the upside. Unfortunately, I wasn't participating in this move, so no money made on this one, but that just happens sometimes. Alrighty, so this is gonna be the level number one. Level number two, we don't really have and here, because all of these levels were mitigated, there's going to be plenty of liquidity formed, I believe. We will check it more in depth in the upcoming minutes when we will do the order flow TA. But from what I see here, this is the local liquidity formed over the weekend. Once again, we will go more in depth. And in terms of the levels above us, I'm just going to keep this 27, 200, 300 level, and whatever happens, happens. It's just like once we'll get it up here, I will be trying to refine the level by using the 15-minute supply and demand, but the final entry, final confirmation will be made on the order flow. You are simply looking for a trade value area again. Let's check the comments here. Hi bro, how are you? I'm work now. Hope to escape matrix with your Sunday focus. By the way, your microphone is too unclear for future. I don't think so. It should be enough. But we can always put the volume higher, obviously. Maybe too near to mouth. It's probably a little overboost. So is it better now or is it worse? Let me know. I'm checking the chat. We'll continue on the TA. I will check it again in a minute, and we will adjust the mic. All right, so the mic should be better now. Guys, let me know if it's better. Should be okay. Guys, is the sound better now? Because this is the second comment that I'm getting. It is better. Yes, okay. All right, cool. Let's take the order flow. Let's check what's happening here. Simply pulling the measure tool. The thing is that here we are getting a negative CVD, so there's not going to be plenty of liquidity formed on near buys or sells. We don't have a lot of it, to be honest. So we get some local liquidity levels, but in this case, remember my words. I'm not looking for open interest decrease on none of these. Basically, on both of them, we want to see absorption. If there's not going to be an absorption, I'm not going to take the trade. I'm really going in depth here. You need to have some experience with the order flow. You need to have some experience with exo charts, but it's pretty hard to explain how I got this or how I formed these bias. But if you want to know more, then visit my website. I'm explaining here from A to Z how to use the footprints chart. I'll post you a link to the chat. Everyone's saying that it's better, so perfect. We can continue on the TA. All right, cool. So, TPO, check-in simply market profiling. If we are getting anything here, we got a poor high created on Thursday, which is this high here. Here, I wouldn't really consider it as a poor high because we swept the liquidity basically right here. It really depends on what tick size you will use. On 50 tick size, it's a poor high. If you go down to like a 20, I think it's not gonna be. Yeah, it is not. So in this case, it's kind of hard to say or choppy to say because it's really unclear here. But the simple plan is you are paying attention to local liquidity levels here. You want to see absorption on either at the bottom or at the top. Obviously, at the top, you're looking for buying absorption. At the bottom, you're looking for selling absorption. And that's simply the plan. We can go to the gold chart, and here, let's spend a bit more time. Because if you check gold, what I was saying, this is the plan that we are doing every single Sunday. We forgot to do this on Bitcoin. So let's write it down. Not any. I'm waiting for either 25,600 local. Let me just refine the number here. 25,550. Or 25,950 for absorption. These the only two zones I'm paying attention. It's very hard to tell on a BTC chart now. But anyway, let's go back to gold because this one is much more interesting in my opinion. Look what I said here last Sunday. And let me really go more in depth on this prediction because this was absolutely perfect. Just to show you, last Sunday we were right here. Okay, so at 1939 I said 1944 is the key zone for me on gold and I'm looking to enter a short here. 1948 is the second zone. 1932 is the first level you need to be aware of. Overall, I'm looking for a start of a new impulsive wave on a daily time frame. This was the initial plan, 1932 from 1944. If you go down to the 4 hour, this is how we opened on Monday. So basically 1944 is right here, the border of this this gray box. Look what happened. We gotta move up to 1944, straight down to 1932. Okay. But this is where the whole plan only starts. You go back to the Billions Cup Discord daily trade plan. And we start on Monday. This was on BTC, but this one is on gold. I said gold after a strong move down and then retracement is hitting our resistance level and I'm currently short and looking to 1920 level to be hit. But this is not everything because I'm not only giving you plans here, I'm only giving you a plan right here on a daily basis, basically every single morning. And I was saying here that I'm extending my take profit on gold to 1916. And I said it many times, I just need to make sure where was the message because I'm posting plenty of it. Here, I said pretty slow so far, waiting for PMI, still looking for 1916.5 on gold. 1916.5. Let me just show you what was the 1916.5 because this was very, very important key level. So 1916.5 is basically right here. So this level was the take profit, okay? Look what happened. We gotta move down to our TP. From this level, we got approximately $14 up on gold. These levels I'm giving you absolutely for free. All you gotta do is just stick to the plan and remember my words, nothing else. But let's continue because obviously I made money on this already and you are here for the plan for the upcoming days. So in this case, we got a strong low around here. The internal high is pretty clear, 1930. What I'm personally looking for is move down all the way to 1904. So 1904, if I want to refine my level, it's going to be approximately around here. Filling this whole wick and basically grabbing the liquidity below it is a decent plan in my opinion. The question is, are we going straight down or is there going to be another retracement to the upside? In my opinion, since we swept the liquidity already on gold chart, I think the big players are in positions already. I'm not really expecting that we're going to get another retracement to the upside on gold. I really don't think so. I think that it's more likely we will continue straight down. The question is, was this enough? or are we going again to the upside, sweeping the liquidity? No one knows. In my opinion, it's definitely more likely we are going straight to the downside. So my plan is, let's just mark out the structure here. This was a BOS on a 15-minute time frame, which gives us a strong low around 1929.8. That's gonna, sorry, strong high, obviously. That's gonna be the strong high. The week low is not really formed yet. Why? We need to wait for retracement to the upside, and that is not here, obviously. Pulling the Fibonacci tool, 382 comes around 1922. Is there any supply created? 15-minute, not really. 5-minute could be. In my opinion, we are looking for around 1923.4 to get into a short position. That's my level, that's my zone that I'm being aware of, and that's my plan where I'm going to enter another short on gold, potentially targeting 1904. I know these trades are pretty risky to take because the likelihood of you getting stopped out is kind of high, but we are getting a really high risk to reward. So if you want to make money with this, you really need to be sticking to the plan and you need to be targeting the 1904. Because on this trade, for example, from the 1944 to 1916.5, the risk to reward was approximately, I was risking around $600, and on the one single trade, I made around 7,200. So the risk to reward was approximately 12 hour, pretty decent trade, right? So wait for gold retracing back up here. I believe that there could be also like a naked point of control. It's a bit higher on 5-minute. 15-minute also a bit higher. I think 1 hour will be around here. Now we are getting approximately the same zone. So let's be more precise and let's just focus on this minute range. Still the same 1925. Is there anything around 1925? No, there's not. I mean, like, you know, we can wake into 1925, but this like 1924 zone is the key zone for me. So let's just do gold 1924 key short zone. Boom, we are sorted. This is the plan that we all been waiting for, because gold, this is really high probability one in my opinion. And if you are wondering about 1904, why I got it slow, well, very simple set. It's point of control around here of this mini zone, and obviously demand, and I was really refining this level before the stream. This is a bit of my private approach that I wasn't showing publicly yet, so we can skip this, but basically this is just the level, you know. Just be aware of it and stick to it. This is all you need to know. Anyway, anything else that I need to tell you here? Probably not. This is the plan. Internal high up here, and boom. That's all you need to know on a gold chart. For our start of the new impulsive wave, that's simply going to be breaking of this strong low. Very, very simply said. All right, cool. Let's continue to euro. Let's take the chat. I'm sorry that I wasn't reading it, but I'm really focused on levels that I'm showing you. Point of control, you mean VRVP indicator. Can I trade altcoins with your type of strategy? I'm not trading altcoins, so I can't really tell. I don't know. I mean, point of control and volume. I saw the last stream again to find why billions copies educating, and BTC pump last time after you ended the stream. Yeah. And remember, I was saying this exactly, that I'm gonna collapse the stream and it's gonna pump up, and it did. But that happens all the time. But I guarantee you that if I will keep the stream live, then you would all be waiting for, and nothing would be happening. But yeah. Anyways, I gave you the plan, so it's like, in the end, it's easy to trade because I'm giving you the plan in advance. So I don't have to be on a stream, you know. It's fine. All right. Euro USD. That is the next pair. I really want to start again from the daily time frame. Daily on EU is kind of crazy. We are still coming lower and lower and lower to the extreme of the EU uptrend here. This is just so strong zone that EU is exactly at the stage where I'm just trying to be on the sidelines, kind of, because you know, like it's obviously in a downtrend. Locally, it's in a heavy downtrend. You should be shorting. On the other hand, you are hitting huge support, and it's just like, what is stronger, you know? So here I'm patiently waiting, and I think this is gonna be another week without any Euro USD trade, because I just don't see a reason why I should be trading EU if gold and BTC is much easier to read right now as we are speaking. But anyway, if I would have to take a one trade on EU or give you some prediction, then I'm looking for a move to the upside. Because we created a boss locally here. One could say this is only a local structure, which it's not really at all, I think. I would view this as a boss. We clearly closed above the level. This gives you a strong low. And this gives you a weak high. The one problem that I have with EU chart, we don't really have any 4-hour order block that is like really strong one. Neither 1 hour, and I don't even use 1 hour order blocks in the end, so it's not really important. So it's kind of like, you know, it's bullish, but it's not really a good level to trade from. Here there's going to be local liquidity, so one could say, okay, we are looking for like move below, potentially move up. Like this would be my plan on EU tomorrow. In terms of the next few days, I don't even want to tell you, because I just don't have any statistical edge on this chart, to be fair. It's just like, it's kind of choppy, and there's I don't know. It's really hard for me to tell you any plan here. I'm not really a big fan of EU trading last 2 weeks. I made like a really good trade. I made around $2,500 in one single setup in around like 1 hour, but then I lost it the second day and so on. So it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. Did you see two guys who turned 5K to 2 mil in 10 days? It's possible? I don't think so. I think it's either fake or it's a demo account. I don't believe that anyone turned 5K into $2 million. No. In 10 days especially, that's fake. Alright, this is the plan on EU. We are looking for locally for a move down here, sweeping the liquidity, and then potentially move up. But that's really all I can say about EU right now. It's pretty hard to do any prediction here. Let's check for X Factory about the upcoming news that we got. Alright, so we got a CPI on Wednesday. That's gonna be very important. We got a PPI, and we got the manufacturing index. That's not gonna be that huge of an impact in my opinion, but obviously CPI is gonna be the major one. The forecast is 0.6, and it's kind of like a big difference from the last one, which was 0.2, as you can see here. right here. 0.2, that was the previous one. In my opinion, it's likely that it's going to increase up to 0.8 or up to 0.7. That's going to have a big impact on the XY. Obviously, does this mean it's going to have a big impact on EU? So last CPI was shared, I believe, here. That was Wednesday. Yeah, this candle right there. And basically from here, we got, or dollar was moving only to the upside. Because the change, like if you look at the graph on the CPI, this was from August, 0.2, July 0.3. Was it really 0.3? No, this was only 0.1. Yeah, in July we got 0.2 and in August also 0.2. If you look at the May chart, where is the May? May. It's right here. And that was 17th of May, I believe, yeah. It really depends. It really depends of what's gonna be. Like I think 0.6. It's kind of very aggressive prediction. What I said is we can expect potentially even 0.7 to 0.8. I was doing some research previous week, and the inflation could start increasing again to the end of the year or in the fourth quarter. So we'll see how it goes. But let's just keep it as it is for now, and let's really focus on the prediction that we will get. If Jan can do it, no one can. No, I don't class myself as you know, it's just like you can find plenty of profitable traders and you can find plenty of better traders than me. It's just like I'm not in the end that experienced. I'm trading for 5 years, so you know there are guys with 25 years of experience. So I don't class myself as a extremely top 0.1% trader. But I think if you are profitable already, you are better than 95% of the market. And my performance is decent, but I've never been a fan of like these competitions and so on, because I always believe that trading is all about basically consistent results, longevity, and I don't really see a point in doing like a 2 weeks competition where you need to make as much money as possible. Because like just to tell you how all of these competition works, and Ivan is in the chat, so he obviously, or I believe that he knows this, but like the Bybit itself makes like a huge amount of money on these competitions, because obviously like look, every time your minimal deposit is like $500 to $1,000. These groups, these internet gurus and so on, they are getting like 10 USDT per one player in the competition, so they are making a huge amount of money on that. Bybit is making a huge amount of money on that because everyone is like so rushy about it. Everyone is so like aggressive on these trades. So they lose eventually, like 99% of them, they lose the money in first, let's say 2 or 3 days. You know, so it's easy to pay someone out, you know, $400,000 or whatever the price point is, because you make much more on these competitions. That's why I'm not a big fan of them, because I know it's just marketing and they just want to make as much money as possible on kind of dumb traders, you know. I did a BDCTA at the start of the stream, so go check it out. You can replay the stream. I have a reliable hedging strategy which gives consistent. Amazing. I have a reliable hedging strategy. Hedging is, I do hedging, I don't want to say all the time, but I do hedging a lot on my private account. I don't do it on the prop firms because, as always, I say that I'm using a little bit different approach on my personal account. But hedging is great. But you need to know how to do it correctly. But yeah, hedging is good, and even like a lot of hedge fund managers, basically majority of them do hedging or keep hedging their positions. So it's definitely a good way how to protect your own capital. Anyway, this is it for today. I will do a recap of the stream either today or tomorrow in the morning. I will obviously post TA to the chat in the morning. So don't forget to join our Discord, the Billions Club Discord. I will post you a link to the chat, so you can join and you can participate every morning with me and with the plan that I'm sending. I really want to see and hear your opinion about the charts that I'm posting. So that's going to be amazing. But that's it for today. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you tomorrow. We got 5 days ahead, plenty of trading, plenty of levels, and plenty of news. So I believe that it's going to be interesting. See you tomorrow.